Black Compass Media. Salute to everybody live, everybody tuning in, everybody rocking out in the building with us. We just interviewed QB, dope fire interview. She dropped a lot of gems. Make sure you check that out. Okay, I see my brothers in the building. Cola, what up?
Black Compass Media. Y'all already know we back. Listen, this one's finna get real spicy because y'all know how I do on those spaces. People was talking real crazy, but listen, we gonna save all that. Listen, salute where y'all from, represent where y'all from. We finna get to it. It's finna get real spicy.
Okay, I see Tone. What up with you?
Black Compass Media, you know what I'm saying? Tone Bro in the building, man. Big salute to all of y'all. Make sure y'all follow us at Black Compass BCM on Twitter. Hit the Discord, hit the Patreon for the extended clips and the content and things of that nature. Yeah, it's time to talk. It's time to talk about some things because things have transpired over this past weekend, which you know what I'm saying. I think we need to have a discourse about. You know what I mean? It needs to be a conversation, so to speak. So without further ado, the guy that we have up here has appeared on multiple platforms to this point. You know what I mean? Shout out to the work that he did in URL, formative work and stuff like that, man. I seen him over. He will come over to the Rucker. Shout out to, you know what I mean? Shout out to the eye battles and all that. He outside for that too as well. You know what I'm saying? Representing that Long Island. Let's not forget about that. But this man is personifying bet on yourself right now. You know what I mean? So without further ado, we got the man himself. We got my man, Mike P. Mike.
What? Yes, sir. What's popping, y'all?
Yo.
Good.
What's going on with you? We can't. Yeah, he got that. He just subdued. He's just like, yeah, what's going on?
Yeah,
Oh,
what's
man.
up, guys? How we doing? Yeah. I'm chilling.
Hey, Mike, I'm gonna do this the same way we always do it, man. You get the ISO, talk to the people. How is Mike P doing? How's Mike P feeling? What up? Talk to us.
Mike P's feeling good, man. We're back home. I mean, just a great weekend. You know what I'm saying? It's always good when you complete the objective. I feel like I overdid it. And yeah, we're back home, man. Getting ready for Blackout 2. I feel like, I'm taking like a little mental break now, and then probably by tomorrow I'm getting right into it. So
okay,
yeah, we good, man. Family's good. The battle stuff is good, and yeah, looking forward to the rest of the year.
Okay, that's what's up, man. It's good to hear. It's good to hear, Mike. It's good to hear. This is on the heels of you know what I'm saying, nostalgia card, which I actually thought was dope. Watch the pay-per-view and things of that nature. This is New York versus Philadelphia. We have to walk through this. We have to be methodical about this. Mike, when you first saw the roster, particularly for New York City, what sort of adjectives?
Hold up, man. Hold up.
No. Or do we want to get right to Polo? Yeah, because he was saying,
Start with Polo.
Hold on, y'all. Let me say something. Let me just get this out, all right? And Mike P, you gotta turn your mic up a little bit, just a little bit. Pause.
I probably just gotta go close to it.
Okay. Now, we had me and Cola kind of had a little viral debate that went kind of went up on Twitter. Listen, I'm a man though. I had to the pressure under this nigga. I had to put the pressure under this nigga. I had to put the pressure on him. He repping for New York. I had to let him know New York don't play that. I had to put the pressure on him. I'm sorry, but I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
The onion in your sock, one of the best. I told Cole on the phone, that's one of the best balls I ever heard in my life. One of the best drunk balls I ever heard in my life. And I heard a lot of drunk balls.
Like a home remedy.
What? So I will say, facts, you know what I mean? I'm man enough to say.
By the way. All right.
I'm man enough to say, you know what I mean? You did your thing. I can't front. I can't lie.
Nah, thank you, man. I appreciate it, bro. It's like I said in the face-off, and like I've said probably for the last couple of years, I look at the tournament now, I used to look at it as such a dark cloud. I look at it now as like, how comedians talk about the best thing they could do is bomb, because when you bomb, you finally realize what it feels like. You realize it doesn't really hurt as much as you think it does. You know what I'm saying? In the moment. And I feel like since the tournament, I've been ice cold, bro. I've been really ice cold. So the pressure on paper that I feel like used to come out in me when I get on that stage has been gone lately. So it's like, bro, there's no pressure, bro. I said the same thing in the face-off. Like, there was absolutely no pressure. And then as far as the representing New York, it's like, I know I do that already. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the talk about whether I could do it or not, I feel like I kind of, you know, put that to rest. And it's like when that whole conversation is going on, you know, I pull up into a foreign territory, and when it's seemingly tied 2-2, guess who walks away, you know, and takes it for the whole state. You know what I'm saying?
But Mike P, I want to say this. I foreseen that. You know how? Because
you're a New Yorker. You're a New Yorker.
I'm about to break it down to y'all. I'm about to break it down. I looked at the roster. I said Gwitty is a loss. I know we losing with Gwitty.
Don't do my man.
No, I'm being honest. I said Gwitty. I said Gwitty. Hold up. I said it's gonna come down to either Mike P or Head Ice. I know I gotta put the pressure on somebody.
Right.
And I knew it was gonna come down to either you or Head Ice, and it did.
Hey, Tom.
Yeah.
I knew this was gonna be a show, so I brought candy.
You brought candy?
Sour Patches.
Damn.
I got M&M's.
Yeah, what you got?
I'm lit
Listen,
too.
I got Sour Patches. I knew he was gonna make a movie with this. I got M&M's.
Right.
I got Whoppers. I brought all the candy for this guy, man.
Right.
This guy is amazing. Come on, Polo. Get this shit up. What you was saying?
No, I was saying, so when this car got announced, I started strategically thinking, right? I seen Gwitty, no offense to Gwitty, but I had that as an L in my column already. So then it got down to P. I knew P was gonna cook $3. Especially after that pass.
God, I mean, yeah, wow.
Lord,
I'm being honest. I knew P was gonna cook. P is a monster. I think a lot of people don't realize that. That dude is a monster. Yeah. And then I knew it was gonna come down to either you or Head Ice. So I was playing a numbers game.
Right. Dude, I wanted it to. Yeah. I wanted it to. I wish it was 2. I was saying I hope it's 2-2. The more pressure, the better. You know what I'm saying? Like and that's what's crazy is like that's been my Achilles heel at times, because I always want to be that superhero. Like I always want to be the person that did the thing that nobody thinks they could do. You know what I'm saying? Which got me gets me caught up sometimes. But yeah, bro, that shit was crazy, and the car was crazy. I can't even explain what it felt like to watch Hollow Man, you know, do that PC shit at the end of the battle. Something that inspired me to. Yeah. You know, get into this 20 years ago, and then to, you know, how life comes crazy. You know, 20 years later, I'm standing there, you know, I'm about to, you know, I'm up to the plate. You know what I mean? I'm at the bat, and I get to see him do that. That shit was crazy, bro. Yeah. A lot of wild. Card lived up to his name.
Well, for sure.
And it definitely seemed like
there was a modern element to it as well. There wasn't, it wasn't just like nostalgic and it's just all old school. P would have fucked up. Yo, I could list off battle rappers that P would give a fucking problem with, and there'd be a lot of top guys. That was a crazy ass performance to watch. To be honest.
Man,
absolutely,
absolutely
crazy.
I thought you and P. I ain't gonna front. Head Ice was fine. It's just they cheated with the Philly Bible and all that. They cheated. But
yeah, that's crazy.
But I feel like you can you talk to me about what you left a machine. Everybody know you was with URL. You left a machine, and this is like your first time. Like publicly kind of stepping out on the trenches, rapping, all that. What was it like? You said it was no pressure at all, like being on, like now you finally on your own?
The pressure is on paper, right? I could tell you the situations that would be a pressure situation. I do not feel it. Like my body does not feel it. My mental does not feel it. If anything, it sharpens me more, because there's that. It's like a subconscious thing of like, you know what you have to do. So it almost like it forces me to be, a better version of myself. As far as like the left the URL, man, it's such a tricky conversation to have, because you watch that blog back and it's really just announcing like that I'm doing my own thing from now on, and just calling them out on things that were bullshit. I think it's ridiculous. I think one of the biggest things that the community does to me, especially the online community, I'm way more loved than I am hated, but a lot of people try to mediate things that I talk about, and like mediate like my confidence, and try to like check me at the door for things that are true to me as my, you know what I'm saying? Like you hear me talk about it and you call me a complainer, but what you're not realizing is that I'm an artist with fans and I need to explain something to somebody. Me being an open book, being able to show you my frustrations and everything that everyone else goes through on a day-to-day basis, the feeling that I have to like show that to some of y'all sometimes so you understand me more. My favorite artists are people that I feel like I relate to, you know what I'm saying? The people that show themselves outside of that artistry. So it's like, yeah, I mean, it's just announcing like the independence, but we're chilling, bro. We're chilling.
One thing that stood out to me, like as far as especially in the post game, shout out to Hip Hop Is Real, is like this impression that you gave us. That you said, well, it felt like you were being put in there as card filler, right? And
Right.
you know, I wanted to ask you, like, does that type of thing, like, what is the impact of that type of booking on a battler? Because it's almost giving off the perception that you had hit your ceiling. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of message I was getting from you, where it was like, yo, it's almost like they booking me like they think I already plateaued, like but I got more to give. You know what I'm saying? So can you talk a little bit about that? Do you get the sense that it was almost like some people felt like you would hit a ceiling almost? You know what I'm saying?
I feel like URL. I don't know, man. I think after Geechee, it got kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? And I know I couldn't really do anything about that battle. You know what I mean? And I lost that battle straight up and down, regardless of how I feel, the crowd or any. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta own up to, a loss is a loss. But I feel like after that, there was a resurgence. I have not lost since Geechee, arguably. I think you could debate the Chilla Jones battle, and that is it. I think I've clearly beat everybody in my path since. And it just became a thing where it was like, okay, I have to get back onto that gradual, slope. I got to get the love back, and I got to get some clear wins, and yada yada yada. And then, the Sharon thing was like the biggest thing. Getting
you didn't feel like you were adequately rewarded for that W, and it was a W, and it was a clear fucking W.
I beat the unbeatable. I beat somebody that does not lose. Sharon does not lose, and he does not lose clear, and he also doesn't get his ass kicked. And I thought I checked every single one of that off the list. My third round went viral off the app. You know what I'm saying? Like one of the most perfectly crafted rounds again, right? Again, and especially when you hop off that stage and they literally go up to you, dap you up, and go, "We're gonna do something with this." You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, yeah, of course. It's kind of like a of course moment. And then you're sitting here 6 months later, and then they offer you Kid Chaos, and then it's like it's because it's in your state. It's state 2. It's like, okay, all right, I see what's going on.
So you felt the respect level wasn't there?
I think they're just too busy with other people, man. They're a big ass business. Like this is another thing, bro. Like I'm not really complaining. It's just like I almost get it. I've been with them for 8 years. I have had my times where I was that guy. I was the person that they were given to when they gave me Gnome and I beat Twerk. They gave me Summer Madness right after it. I turned it down because they also offered me Rock. But like there have been times I've done 3 night of main events. Like a lot of people like see the blog and see the way I've been talking about them lately, and they think it's like I'm cool. Bro, I've had such a good career there. You know what I mean? There's people that can't even make it to the fucking URL. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, I've had my ups and downs, and it did get to a point where it was like, yeah, I felt like you're a card filler, and they're working with the new talent, and they got the big, 12 or 14 guy, those guys that have been there since the beginning. You could always put them on a big card, just mix and match them, rematch them sometimes. I feel like it's easy to forget about certain people, but yeah, I mean, I didn't forget how they rewarded things back then, right? So when I started doing things that clearly deserved, a booking, I'm not even talking on some main event shit or, like booking in general. It was the booking and the complete lack of that made me, and a bunch of things behind the scenes that I would never talk about because it's like, I'm not even trying to smear them. You know what I'm saying? Like what, like, so yeah, it was a multitude of things, man. A multitude of things.
And then I guess like it's being able to kind of like spread your wings, so to speak. I want to get to this first little donation and all that too. The no pass look, right? And this is immediately where fans' heads go. Can we get Mike P versus A Ward? Can we get Mike P versus Pass versus B Magic versus Rum Nitty? Like this is the type of things. Like, do you feel like you were maybe missing out on certain matches that kind of made sense to you during this time as you're getting booked with some of the guys, you know what I mean, to help build their profile and shit? Like, what do you think about that?
No, I mean, I didn't, A Ward's my man. I don't think I'll ever battle A Ward. I think if you asked A Ward, he'd probably say the same.
Right.
All the other ones, I would definitely battle them 100%. Pass, Big K. What'd you say, Magic as well?
Yeah, Magic.
Magic and Rum Nitty.
And Rum Nitty, yeah, hell yeah, man. I would, I already beat Rum Nitty in the quarantines. You know what I'm saying? I beat him with
they go back.
Mask over the net. I would battle them for sure. Do I feel like I missed out? Nah. I mean, like I said, I've had a great career with the URL. If they don't call me, that's all good. That's on them. You know what I'm saying? But I've had a crazy ass career, bro. I've had some monumental shit. I've battled some of the best in the world, people that I consider the best, and yeah.
Man, is y'all ready, man? Let me get
Let's
at
just get to the
go
shit.
ahead, Cola.
Shout out to King Nolan 2 for the 10. But go ahead, Cola.
Let me get at this nigga Mike P.
Yes,
Talk to
sir.
him.
Yell
Yeah.
at me.
Now, Mike P, I understand your frustrations, but I'm gonna ask you a question.
Right.
Do you think what the Geechee Gotti battle kind of portrayed, in a sense, in the overall, how it looked, was kind of what you did to Saga on that Gnome? You remember Saga was on fire. He was getting all the plates. Y'all battled that Gnome.
Yeah.
You cooked him, remember? Saga went down a razor blade slide board for a minute.
Right.
It's because, for real. Listen, Mike P, it was high dynamic. Remember that Saga. Remember, y'all remember Mike P was heartfelt about that battle. Y'all got to go back in the history tape.
I know exactly what
you're talking about.
So remember, Saga was on fire at that time. Mike was like, I'm finally on Gnome. I'm here. He cooked Saga in a way. Saga was choking. He brought the police officer. That shit was all bad for Saga. Mike was sending him upstairs.
I think
the battle was magnified at a whole nother tier where even though Saga had did so much shit before that time, like Mike P, Daylight and all that, it just magnified on how the loss look, how Mike P whipping his ass, he in there choking, he ain't looking too good, and the epic fail with the police officer. Same way. Was Mike P good versus Geechee? Maybe so. But Geechee rounds to people was so impactful and it gravitated, like you said, emotional, attaching to the people. It attached to the people so much on a broader view, even though the angle was used, it's like, damn, I ain't never seen the nigga do Mike P like this. Even though the angle, we ain't never seen Mike P with the talent you have be done like that. So I don't think even in the light that they was trying to downplay you from my point of view, it's like, damn, that is like damn, it was magnified, kind of like you versus Saga.
Yeah, I mean, I think for the league, if the league were to move different with me from a loss that I, especially the way I feel about that loss, it would just be really strange. I think the difference between that battle and the Saga battle is that Saga actually messed up. You know what I'm saying? So it made it worse. I kept my 4.5 minute round and I landed. I did what I had to do and I performed. I really think that battle was completely out of my control, man. I think even if I had went first, dude, there was just nothing. You're talking post-loaded Lux, just got the belt wrapped around his waist. It's in his house, all his people, and here goes the dumbass that just the same person
that was a hit job.
The same person that wishes it's a 2-2 tiebreaker to see who takes it for New York. That same guy is the same person that goes, "Oh yeah, this is perfect." I don't even look at it in a certain, you know what I'm saying? So I don't think that. Yeah, there's a big difference between that one and the Saga battle. And I think Cola, bro, like one thing I'm starting to understand is I've been in this game long enough that there has been a point where there are a lot of new fans that only know me from my caffeine run. You know what I'm saying? And I've slowly started to accept that, man, because, you know, I think you get a lot of veterans back, you know, that think that people are changing on them and doing that. Like, bro, there are probably fans that just aren't even around anymore, you know what I'm saying? And when the caffeine thing popped off, it's like I did my thing versus Saga, but you know, from the tournament to the Geechee battle, I did my thing on you know, Gnome 11 with Castro, had one of the top battles of the year versus Sick, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I felt like that you know, that put a wedge as far as new fans accepting this more online aura type fans, people that are going to type about you in the chat, and it's going to be either positive or negative because we either hate this guy or we don't, right? I think I made a bad impression on those new waves of fans, but yeah, I mean the record states, like, bro, like I'm still one of the best no matter what. And I proved that this weekend, man. I proved that this weekend.
I was only asking that in a light of, even, you know, with you feeling like maybe the company not this, just maybe that's how they was looking at it, because I feel
it was a sense of knowing. It was a sense of knowing how they work. I know how URL operates. I know how they talk to battlers. I know how they book battlers. I stopped being okay with it.
Talk your shit.
You know, I stopped being okay with it. I went from 6 years straight of they call me, okay, who am I battling? When am I battling him? Sure. Send the contract, to why am I on this card? Why am I battling this person? Why am I getting paid this amount? Why does this have to do with me? Why am I, you know what I'm saying? Did I forget about what I did versus, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, on and on and on. Like, it was problems that I knew they were doing. And like I said, deeper things that would come off as bashing them, so I'm not going to say it. But like,
Sure.
you know, personal shit where like business is rough, you know what I'm saying? Conversations get had and people say things that, you know, they collect over time. You know what I'm saying? You start adding things up and you're like, oh, okay, y'all not moving the Mike P needle. I've said that a bunch of times in the last couple of weeks or since that blog. Like, if you're not going to move the needle, I am going to, because, you know, it just got to that point.
Now, this current climate, right? And we just had QB on, who I think is a prime person that we say, you know,
Bet on yourself.
Or bet on yourself, right?
Right.
How much did what you see like somebody like Easy doing, or Riggs, or you know, all these different people that are just taking their career into their own hands and saying, you know what, I'm the brand. No disrespect to these folks, but we're gonna move around. How much did that influence kind of the new energy and the willingness to go out there, or was that not even a factor in how you decided to move?
Right. I mean, I was very moved by Easy's first blog. Right or wrong on certain topics throughout the whole 45-minute thing, there was a lot of things that he said that I have felt and other battlers have felt and people have portrayed that for sure stuck with me. And I looked at it more of like not of an inspiring to do the same thing, because that's not what I did as well. It was like inspiring to just see someone stand on their own, you know, especially when you see something fucked up like the first Trenches card, when you get somebody like Danny Myers, who's like the nicest human being on earth and the biggest battle fan and the whole nine, and you know, he has to humiliate himself from moves and threats that come from them and other things, and it, you know, makes people look terrible. Like, I felt like it was situations that I was kind of putting the pom-poms up for them at times. I kind of look back at those situations and I felt like that kind of chipped away at me as well, because I don't know if it's soft, but it's like the older I get, the nicer I need to see people like be to other people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like seeing people, you know, try to help, and I just felt like I just started seeing like bad signs. And yeah.
Do you feel like that relationship, that bridge is like, is that a bridge you're still able to cross over, or you feel like you want?
They haven't sent a text, they haven't sent a call, they haven't said anything. They're so affected by what I said, and it's so ass backwards. It's so ass backwards because y'all fucked up. There's people on that league that their job is to send the fucking message over when someone's trying to get a message over, and there are people that didn't send it, and they were, you know, I'm not even, you know what I'm saying? Like, I try not to get into it, but yeah, man. I mean, bro, what are you gonna do? Yo, but that bridge, I don't even know what that bridge is, bro. I got their front end for Jack, bro. Like, they not even trying to like reschedule the battle. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what that bridge is, but my whole point is I don't give a shit about it. I don't see that bridge. It's behind. The bridge is way behind me. If I get the chance to make that UE and go back to
let me play Let me play devil's advocate real quick, right?
Right.
Now, you had the Geechee battle, like, you know, whatever, that happened. Do you feel like they felt like maybe you weren't hot at the moment and you had to just cool off for a little bit? Or do you feel like it was just a point where they were just completely done with you?
Nah, I mean, I don't point at the Geechee battle at all as like, that's like just like hypothetical. Like, if I were to look at it from a performance standpoint, like what did Mike P do? What happened in a Mike P battle where Beasley and P and Chico all went around and said, all right, man, like, he's, you know what I mean? Like, he's cooked. You know what I'm saying? Like, hypothetically, it might have been, like, it would be that battle. But once again, it's such an asinine notion. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just more behind it. I think they work with battle. URL is a revolving door. There are so many battlers that they book. Every single event now is a 3-day, 48 battle fucking card. And like, they have so much more people that they battle. I think they just stopped caring, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna be that person that's like, what about me? Clearly, because the second I felt like they stopped caring, or the second I at least realized where it was like, all right, maybe they don't want to give me, like, you know, that shot again, but like, I'm that guy, so here I go off here, and, you know, main event.
No, hey, that's a good point, Mike, because I'm gonna keep it real. You made a good point about the Danny Myers angle. I ain't never look at it like that. Like, damn, this Danny though. Like, why
made him look absolutely fucking terrible.
Was fire.
That bothered me as a person.
And two, my son played for this team. Good football team. But when you got things to say to them, they've been doing this so long. You know what they live on, Mike P, and they got chips. We've been doing this for 26 years. But, yeah, just because you've been doing it 26 years, you done got comfortable to the point where you feel like the fundamental part about this, the thinking part about really what the kids need, you done forgot about because we are who we are. Right. Now, I kind of understand that. You can get lazy and caught up in your own success. That's everybody. That's human nature. Yeah. And I can understand that point to a point.
Okay. Now, okay. So now we on the trenches. You representing for New York. You know. You got this. You got all these crazy haymakers sitting. You just waiting to perform it. What do you rate Roseburg Royal performance? Do you feel like this was the best Roseburg?
Let's get to that.
I thought Rosenberg did really good, man. I mean, I was really interested in his style. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people looked at it as shit talk, but I said he has a very simplistic style, and what he says, he sounds good. He sounds good when he says it. That doesn't mean that what he says isn't good. But I was really interested because we're a different style. He was more like laid back. I'm kind of a berserker. Like I try to do what you know what I'm saying. But I actually thought he was more aggressive than usual. I thought he was more aggressive, and I also think because I went first. I think I set the tone with the first round. My plans were to overwhelm him, so I wanted him to do things that he never, really did before. I wanted to try to shake him up. So yeah, I thought his first round was good. His second round was incredible.
Yeah,
and
second round.
His third round was fire as well. I think it was a slow boil, but by the time he started landing towards the end, or at least like halfway through, it really became a show. Thought it was one of the better battles of the year. You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure.
Yeah, I thought he did. I thought he was great, man. I thought he was great. I think he mentioned Shorty more than anybody. Which I thought was just, I thought that works in Philly, that works for the building, but I think when it on the camera, it just kind of looks crazy. It's just beating it over the head and nothing really like different. I think there was a lot of contradictions in that face off from him as well. I think he said that I was going to be shaken up. I thought he was visibly shaken up at times. He was calling a lot of my bars light. He was saying Gwitty was gassing. He was telling me I'm going to need more than that, shaking his head. You know what I'm saying? He said he wasn't going to do angles that everybody does. And it's like he literally did the opposite. Man, battle like, bro, like, at this point, since Geechee, bro, I have not lost. If you ask me, I think I'm like fucking 7-0. That shit don't work. I think that cost Sharon $5,000. I think that has cost people with me battles, bro. It just doesn't fucking work. It's trivial as fuck. And Geechee just he put the nail in the coffin as far as when I start hearing material now, I'm like, oh, I got this right now. All right, I'm gonna win.
Yeah,
especially if you're gonna do it a million times.
I think that right, even with that whole angle and kind of the because let's be honest here, right? And I'm a fan of yours, and this is why it fucked me up as a fan, because I had a moment of like, because sometimes as fans, we not human for a second. Like we just think that y'all motherfuckers is robotic and shit. You know what I'm saying? And in real life, you actually talking about my actual girl that I'm actually with, that I actually have a child with. Like, fuck is wrong with you? That's why I don't battle. Just saying. You got a whole situation. So, but my thing is with this battle rap shit as a fan, we was over it before you was over it. And we had to see that you was past it, right? So if there was any question if Mike is gonna get rattled by that battle should show you. But as fans, we like to see like, damn, is he over that shit or is he still bothered by this shit? Like if you would have been talking, emotional, all that, now my arms is folded. Now I'm pissed off because I'm like, bruh, if you don't get over that fucking angle, it's like, bruh, the shit people threaten to kill you every day. You gonna go home, you gonna see that beautiful woman and the child and shit. You gonna be straight.
I was a little
what it was.
I was disappointed in I was a little disappointed in Rosenberg's like his approach kind of, because I felt like you in the trenches. I like how you showed up. That's how I wanted him to show up. I thought he relied too heavily on the smash that whatever that whole I thought that was just too much. I
Philly
think
is my wheelhouse. Philly style rap is my fucking wheelhouse, bro.
Why so?
Philly is my wheelhouse. A PC, that means proceed with caution. Protect your chest, so get put in the coffin. If your piece don't come home, they probably cut them at the place where your chest, that's your pies are cut. That's why, man. That's why. Philly. I'm heavily influenced by Reed and Hollow Man and even like Meek back then. Like that's my wheelhouse. That rap, that setting, man.
I feel like Roseburg was more in the Philly. You know, Philly is big on disrespect too. Like disrespecting a nigga, they love that type of shit. So I think that was more his angle. I also think Roseburg is one of the battle rappers that is more guy. Like he ain't got to do too much more to get his style off. That's what makes it unique also as well. And I also think he's responding to you because again, you can talk that shit before the battle and think you're going to be comfortable. But how Avocado is shooting and you look up Easy standing there, Muslim popping, you got everybody standing right there. It's zoomed in on you. That pressure get a little different now, Mike P and his spinning. I gotta defend myself. I gotta hit a nigga with a little grapple elbow because this shit a little rougher than what I thought.
Right,
but he was defending him. But
I just smile, man. I just every time I
realize
realize how big it is.
Hold on, it's just what he chose to defend himself with. I feel like he wasn't equipped for the right fight. Like I felt like
he was not. Listen, I had Mike P winning, but what I'm telling you is this: what you think it's gonna be, you think you at home, you finna come into a place. Once you get inside the trenches, that's like Fight Club. You know that shit Brad Pitt was doing? We don't care. You lean on here, people, we throwing you back in the middle. Right. You have to fight.
The best example they have is that first trenches. The best example that you could have is of saying that is that first trenches event, where even if it's Philly versus Philly, bro, you could tell they're not reacting because the people are from Philly. They're reacting because it's rap. They're reacting because they're good. You know what I'm saying? And especially when, when P beats Reed like that, I could tell by that time in the night, I was like, oh, okay, they're just reacting. So I was like, oh, okay, this is
he lifted Reed.
Better, bro. No, Reed had some shit about a third. Reed was so choppy, it made it look like Reed won in that saying shit.
Right,
because it was a good battle. I thought it was like 1-1 going into the. Because I thought Reed came out first round. Reed came out in that first round acting a fool. We're not gonna do that.
In the first.
I don't know what battle y'all was watching.
Got the second. And in the third, Reed had to chop, and I gave P the third. That's how I felt.
Right. Okay. Respect.
Salute, but that boy
Mike,
died.
But if we okay, so here's the other thing, right? Now we were past conversations, going the Mike P brand, right? The Mike P brand and things like that, right? For years, one of the contentions, one of the things that media folks like myself had argued is that, listen, Mike P's on URL, and this is the panacea. But if Mike was able to do the KOTDs and go to the other places, his brand could probably even be bigger because it's a different audience. They resonate to different things. You're part of the gamer community too. There's other facets to that. So you now be in a position of going out there. Is it like a reintroduction to those fans? Are you rapping in the sense of like, all right, I got to introduce myself to this audience? Or is it like, nah, I'm going to do what got me to a certain type of spot? Like, how do you feel about that as you go over? Like, is that the mantra?
The latter for sure, man. I'm the one that got myself to the dance, so it's like, you know what I'm saying. I know, you could read the room, but the same way we were just talking about how the Philly crowd is like, just because it's from Philly doesn't mean that they're going to cheer for the Philly guys. It's like, just because this is KOTD doesn't mean you got to look at it from a stereotypical standpoint and be like, all right, do I have to be more funny? Should I use multi-syllables? Should I do this? Should I do that? I think, dude, I think I'm just a performer. You know what I mean? I think if I just bring my style anywhere, it's gonna work. So, definitely an introduction as far as, because that is a different, it is a different fan base. The same thing as UK battle rap. There's just different people that watch, different types of battle rap. But yeah, man, I'm planning on, I'm going crazy, bro. I want to be on as many cards as they got. So yeah, it's just gonna be great, man. I can't.
That's a good answer. Because Ice can talk about hustling, selling drugs, punch people in the face anywhere. Right?
Yeah.
That's why. That's the battlers I respect. Is like, this is still who I am. You know what I'm saying?
Don't change.
Yeah. So that's, Go ahead,
I was gonna say don't change. You battling my verse on Blackout?
Nah.
One of y'all got my verse.
One of y'all got my
women
verse.
came up.
I mean, clearly somebody has my verse, right? 'Cause she's on the card.
I got to start
Don't do that to me, man. What you think you got it narrowed down? You think I'm
You either battling. You never battled JC before, right?
No.
Okay. Because I was just starting to think in my head. I like the names on the Blackout. The Blackout card is beyond
Blackout fire.
Hell yeah.
I'm kidding too. I battled JC.
Oh.
I battled JC in 2019. I'll tell the story. I'll tell the story of how it went though.
Oh shit.
You don't even need to watch it.
You don't
even need to watch it.
Damn, I gotta catch up on that.
It's
I've
crazy.
watched so many. Okay, Blackout is going down. It's going down in Canada, right?
Yes.
Okay, what's your, without giving out, because I don't think your opponent was announced, right?
Nah. It's all mystery appointment. Nah. It's all mystery opponents.
It's Blackout.
Except for a couple.
No, they announced three battles though.
They announced Rum. No, they did.
Rum Nitty versus Ilmac, Geechee Gotti versus Hollow Hand, and they announced one more.
Did they announce one more?
I thought it was just them two.
I think it was just.
I could be wrong though. I could be wrong.
It's Geechee, Hollow Hand, Rum Nitty, and who Rum Nitty battling?
Hold on, I'm getting a flyer right now.
Ilmac.
Ilmac. Yeah, them the two battles they announced, but that's always been Blackout format.
Yeah, they ain't the mystery.
Give you a couple.
It's like the main event for both days or something,
right?
And then everything's mysterious.
Hey, they say Mike P, you gonna get coleslaw.
Mike
P first.
I am coleslaw.
Is this possibly could this possibly be a new home for Mike P, or you on your freelance shit? You trying to battle everywhere?
I'm trying to. I mean, I'm just trying to. I'm trying to battle everywhere, man. Honestly, I think I'm just trying to get battles that I want. I think that's the biggest. You know what I'm saying? I'm not on a journey because if you asked me who I thought I was in battle rap as far as like rankings, I'm very comfortable with where I am. You know what I mean? The spot that I'm in. So I think at this point it really is just about doing things that I want to do and being able to look at battles and go, you know what? No, I don't want to do that without the feeling of repercussion. You know what I mean? Without the feeling like, all right, if I don't say yes to this,
right,
I don't know if I'm going to get another phone call. You know what I mean? I don't know the next time this league's going to call my phone. And I've been very used to that for a long time. Battlers will tell you it's hard to, you don't want to say no to a URL plate. Okay, all right, we'll see you in November,
Okay, so I got the Blackout right here. Going down September 30th and October 1st, Blackout 8, Geechee Gotti, Hollow Hand, Rum Nitty Illmatic. Then you got JC Thesaurus, Mike P, Carter Dean, Jada Nightwing, Real Sick, Emerson, Arsenal. Oh shit, Big K on here. A-Ward, Big K.
Yeah.
Damn. Franchise. My boy Franchise. Mad Flex, Tricky P.
Bendo. Yes,
my bro. They got my other boy on. Lou Pesci. That's my. I like Lou. Charlie Clips.
Yeah, shout out to Lou Pesci.
You battling one of these niggas.
Clearly, this guy's a G. I'm gonna get a shot in the dark here.
Yeah.
I think.
That nigga named 20 niggas. He said, you battling one of these niggas.
Right, man. We'll find out. It's around the corner. It's around the corner too, man. We got,
I did see some perspective battles and things like that. How people get to going. I seen people bring up like, show off. You know what I'm saying? I even seen Def the Kid mention. I seen a bunch of people mention Mike Main, main stage, small room, things like that. You know what I'm saying? I know you take the trips over to iBattle. Who's on the list? Who's on the watch list, so to speak? Not necessarily like, all right, we need to make it happen right here and now, but who's on the conversational list for you? You know what I mean? Big names, small name, whatever. You know what I mean?
I mean, I'm really not the one to run around with a hit list. I'm more on like the road of like good business, and I feel like that like good battles will come with it. I would love to battle Big K. I would love to battle Ilmac. Clips. Man, I mean,
they gonna let Big K get that angle off
sure. Too. Yeah.
Big K
ain't never battled a white guy like me. I don't lose to white guys. They're so easy, dude. Dude, like sometimes, you know what? Sometimes it's like I get it. Yeah, like I get it. All right.
Yeah.
I don't lose
He's
to
like, I
my
know
guys.
exactly what to say.
I'm
to you.
undefeated. I'm undefeated.
Big K though, he been on fire this year
Nah,
though.
Big K's been the best, man. He's been the best in the world. But he is one of the best in the world.
Slow
so
down. He ain't been the best.
It's good to see.
Who been better than Big K, Cola?
Relax, Cola. Look at Cola. Watch
Let's
you do.
get straight to these payments, nigga.
That triggered.
Is y'all crazy?
Nah, I completely agree. Yeah, I completely agree, man.
Here is a donation from man P Jeezy 206 $5 says, "Will we see Mike P?"
He just stole my question, man, for $5 too.
For $5, he stole that shit.
Stole
bro.
my question for $5,
man.
I don't know, man. I gotta I gotta have that conversation. I gotta have a conversation with ARP first, man. I'm actually like I'm looking to have it. I feel like we both kind of been speaking on each other for the last like few weeks, because I feel like there's been a lot of people filling our comment sections with that, especially after these last couple of days with the the showing at the New York and Philly shit, man. But I just want to get him on the line as a grown man and have a conversation with him first. If there's business that ever comes out of it, it would be on his end, man. I really don't want to look at, I don't, not that I would think he would take it that way, but I don't want to come off as a person that's just, hitting him up to do business. You know what I mean? We need to have a conversation first. Right. And then if it gets there, it gets there. But I've definitely been enjoying myself as a fan, watching. I mean, Max Out 3 was one of the best cards I've seen in a really long time, especially if you're talking about that. I mean, that last 5 battles are just like
ridiculous.
You could throw 3 C words around for 5 in one night, which sometimes takes you a year to get. You know what I mean? Right. For a whole league. I mean, what an incredible. I mean,
nah, that motherfucker Blue Room. That ARP.
I ain't gonna lie. That Hitman. That Hitman, I ain't gonna front. That Hitman and Will might be a classic on the low. I watched that battle like 5 times.
Yeah, it's a great battle, man.
Type of nigga to you. Let me.
Hitman was talking to Will.
Yeah.
Dude, Magic, Ars, Cal, and Goods rewound the clock. They were rapping like they were fucking like 19 years old.
It was a family reunion, Mike.
I mean, B Magic too. I mean, B Magic is not only like doing good on a nostalgic end, but he's actually back to being a very dangerous opponent for any fucking body. I feel like a lot more people need to talk about how incredible B Magic is. I think we're gonna have a really interesting conversation around like Champion of the Year time if he gets a couple more battles in, man. I think I'm not saying like winner, but like placing high, man. We need someone like that. I recapped it when it happened, and I said, it felt good to see someone like B Magic be incredible. You know what I'm saying? It does something for that artist soul, for that battle rap fan, and same thing with Arsenal, Goods and Cal, bro. It's just Graham Warden fucking verb.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah, them styles, man.
In your honest opinion, this year we just took a 2023. Who's the #1 league to you?
Oh man, I mean, how are we going? Are we basing it off of the shows?
Based off of battle shows. Yeah.
Dude, you know what, man? I'm gonna concede this because I don't watch enough battles, dude. I really don't watch enough. I don't watch enough cards. I know RB had a couple dope cards before Max Out 3. I know URL. I thought Summer Madness was a good card. The best way I could put it in a nutshell was like, where 50% of the battle wasn't good, there were like breakout performances on the other end that kind of gave you some replay value when those battles drop. I thought Outside 2 was a great event, great 2-day event. There's a lot of great battles to come out of there, but man, I just don't watch enough battle rap, bro. Don't forget that
Bad News Geechee card, Claw Ave, that bullpen card that was dynamic.
Yeah,
that was a good card.
I just don't know. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even be able to tell
you. Yeah. Okay. Now I just wanted to get your opinion, your media. Go ahead, Tom.
I got something for Mike, right? I got a little either or type of thing. You know what I'm saying? I got a little either or type of thing, you know what I'm saying? But it's outside of battle rap and things of that nature. I love battle rap, but you also are into that gaming world. You know what I'm saying? You've done a lot with that.
Shout to She, man.
Before I even shout out to She too. Before I even get to my little game here, how is the you doing the media, you you know, connecting with the fans in this different way and stuff like that, and doing the game and stuff. How has that sort of helped you in the battle rap sense, or is that a completely different kind of world? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, has that paid dividends in terms of like spreading your brand and stuff like that?
100%. There are a lot of battle rap fans in the gaming world, and a lot of you know, people that I've befriended that are in big leagues. And shout out to Optic and you know them. Yeah, I think I've benefited even just material wise. You know, I've written bars based off of certain things in the video game space that have helped me. I feel like they both kind of work hand in hand, man. It gets that cognitive function going. You know what I'm saying? It gets you ready to do. There's times where I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna run a couple games of search and destroy, and then write a fucking round.
Yeah.
Get that heart racing. You know what I'm saying? And then get creative. So yeah, it definitely works hand in hand.
Let's get to this little either or. Either or game.
Let's go.
You know what I mean?
Let's go.
All right, let's start off like this. Sega Dreamcast or N64?
Sega Dreamcast.
That's not one of those, Polo. Don't do
Wait,
that.
you over N64?
Dreamcast.
Oh, wait. I was thinking Sega Gen.
I'm saying either or. Sega Dreamcast or N64?
N64. I was thinking Sega. I was thinking the original Sega, like Sega Genesis, not Dreamcast. Although it had a really good football game. There was a really good football game on Dreamcast. I don't know the name of it. Yo, listen, I redacted my statement, Cola. My statement has been redacted.
None was better than
Listen,
N64.
The game that it had niggas missing for the last week from their kids, their baby mamas, and all that started on Dreamcast. NBA 2K.
Woo! When you can play niggas around the world with Iverson.
I was a 64.
I ain't gonna lie, N64 too classic. They got too much classic wrestling games, too much classic
ridiculous
Mario games. It's just too much.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. We gonna include characters as well. Snake or Link from Zelda?
I gotta go Link. I used him more in Smash too, so I gotta go Link.
Okay. GoldenEye, 007 GoldenEye or Modern Warfare 2?
Oh,
yeah.
That's a me, bro.
Yeah. That's what I do. It's me.
Oh
me,
my
Mike.
God.
Bro,
It's
two
me.
completely different games. I look at MW2 as the greatest game ever.
Modern Warfare 2 is probably one of the greatest.
As a COD person,
Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops 2 is two of the greatest Call of Duty games ever made.
Yeah, if you talk, I think Modern Warfare 2 is the greatest game. So it's like I have.
No, I ain't gonna lie. That Black Ops 2. I ain't gonna lie, Mike D.
Black Ops 2.
I got 007 though. I got GoldenEye. I'm sorry. I got 007.
I got GoldenEye too.
Modern Warfare 3 wasn't bad neither, but
me and my brother, like
if
you ever meet my brother, he got like a minor little gash right here from me, like. Nigga, you can't use our job in 60, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, son, like, you know what I mean? We fought over that, Mike.
I'm caught all the way. I mean, GoldenEye, incredible game, though. Incredible game.
Okay.
I want a big 64 guy. I ain't gonna lie.
64
all right,
crazy.
Ryu or Scorpion?
What or Scorpion?
Ryu, like Ryu, R-Y-U, or Scorpion.
That's easy.
Come on, man.
Okay. All right. Fair. I forgot who I was talking to. Akuma or Hayashi? Akuma or Hayashi?
I'll go Akuma. I'm gonna go Akuma.
Okay. Metal Gear Solid 3 or Mario 3?
Oh.
Mario 3.
That's with the raccoon, Mike. That's with the raccoon.
Damn.
Right.
With the raccoon and the flute, Mike. Don't do that. That's 3.
Let's get to that.
I gotta go to that because I played more of that than I played Metal Gear Solid. So yeah, I gotta go to that.
Metal Gear Solid, one of them ones though.
Yeah,
Metal Gear Solid,
it's one of them ones. Yeah, for sure. Mario 3, damn, yeah.
That Metal Gear Solid where he had to fight the vampire. What Metal Gear Solid was that? We had to fight the vampire in the lab.
The Mario with the raccoon, bro. That Mario 3 with the big Mario, it wasn't nothing rocking with Mario.
That was the one with the leaf too, like you picked
what with the leaf? Stop it, bro.
Yeah.
Stop it. That Mario 3 on Super Nintendo, different, boy.
All right, last one. As a franchise, Midnight Club or Gran Turismo?
Oh my gosh.
Midnight Club.
Midnight Club is
yeah,
classic.
Midnight Club is classic
Oh
right
my
now to this
God.
day.
That was probably the first game that I vegetated to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like sat down and just never got up. Just forgot the day. Just what
Forgot
the hell
to
I'm doing
eat,
with my
like-
life. Right.
No
You get off
bullshit.
that shit, you're 7 pounds lighter.
No,
It's
I gained like
Tuesday, you
20
started
pounds.
playing on the
Bro, it was
weekends.
one summer. I just stayed in the house. I didn't want to get locked up or nothing, so I'm fucking. I'm staying in the house.
Hey, Polo,
Right. I
you
felt
in
like
that
an
you in there
adult. I
making
felt like
paints
an
like
adult. I
you a
have a
real
car.
mechanic. You in there all day making paints on your cars like a real mechanic.
Yo, you
like,
working on your car more than you're fucking using it.
more than you
using it,
drive and you working on your car. Like,
100%.
oh, I gotta fix.
You detailing that shit.
You mod the lights,
Oh,
mod
shit.
rims. Like,
Yeah. Oh man.
Hey, the toughest game that you've ever played. Toughest game that you've ever played personally.
The toughest game that I've ever played. I'm gonna throw a wild curveball.
Yeah.
Earthworm Jim.
Oh God, them later levels.
Or
is
the first, or
ridiculous.
the Toy Story game.
The Toy
Because the
Story.
hitboxes
Nah, that Toy
were-
Story
the
game,
hitbox
I
was
did. I
terrible
did, and it
with
broke
the
my
wind
TV.
up. Dude, all the
These
times
niggas
that
don't
you
remember
had
no
to, like,
Earthworm Jim.
when you had to time the shit where Woody would latch onto something, the hitboxes
Yeah.
for those were terrible. So you would do it and it would still be like absolutely ass. But I remember Earthworm Jim being hard for that same exact reason.
Very difficult. And my man in here, I gotta show this comment. Ninja
Gaiden.
Oh my
Oh
God.
I like the
my
first one.
Lord.
Ninja
first
Game is
one?
actually an arcade room classic.
Wow.
Yeah, that's an arcade
Very
room
difficult.
classic.
Very
Shinobi.
difficult.
Yep.
What?
Crazy.
What?
All right.
You on there with Shinobi?
Yeah, that's a fact. Are you excited about this Call of Duty season coming up? As it starts again in December, right?
Yeah,
October.
October next month they're rolling out MW3.
October.
I don't know, man. I mean, I got to be on the fence just because of the last few games that have kind of been pumped out. The way they kind of butchered Warzone, everything's a little weird. But there's good news. I know the maps are all remastered maps from Modern Warfare 2, 2009.
I'm making a lot of money this season.
So yeah, that's gonna be insane because we were just talking about that game being one of the best, and those maps were amazing. And then they're also they added red dots on the UAV on the maps, so now when people shoot, you could see where they're at, which has always been a franchise staple. But they've taken it away for like
They took
years,
that shit away.
bro.
Yeah.
Since like
yeah.
Black Ops 3 or something.
Yeah.
You could silently shoot somebody or loudly shoot somebody, and you still you can't see them. So they added a few things. It seems dope.
Well,
but
hey,
X
real quick.
Defiant on the way as well. Like I want to try out a few games.
Hey, Mike, what's mine's personally in the recent of Call of Duty's my favorite is World War II. I think World War II
Your
was
favorite
phenomenal.
Call of Duty game?
Call of
World War
Duty,
II is
yeah.
good.
In the recent
World War
World War II, I thought was phenomenal. Which in the recent ones that it came out, which is the best one you can play?
I mean, MW 2019 was really good. It was really good. I thought they downgraded completely when they came out with MW2 this year. But that game is good as far as recent. I thought Vanguard was extremely underrated. I think they used that.
I think
game.
Vanguard fire too.
It was too ahead of
They
its time. It
pumped
was
that
just too.
game out so they could add more Warzone weapons. You know what I'm saying? I think Warzone was too popping for them to even be dropping games like that. So it was kind of, I don't know. I kind of used it as like a thing to just level up weapons so I could get back on, Battle Royale and shit. But Vanguard was great. Movement was great. Guns were great. The sound of the guns were great. The snipers were good.
The bullet
It's
hit
just
you
that
was great.
it's just that gambling wise, Vanguard was like a high kill kind of game. So Vegas, I feel like they lost
and
a
I
lot of
missed
money off that.
Yeah, I mean, I like high kill games. I don't like the skill based matchmaking. I like pub stomping and going crazy. Vanguard gave you the ability to run it up, dude. As games progress, and you could look deep into this with Activision, man, bro. They have algorithms where they penalize you if you're a good player now. Like for Modern Warfare 2, all the kill streaks, if you realize, they are terrible. It is so hard to use kill streaks, and the reason why is because they're making it harder to kill kids that might be trying to figure out the game and don't want to keep dying and dying and dying. So then guess what? That's one person that doesn't buy the game or stops playing it, and you know what I'm saying? So like, bro, they like, I don't know, man. It's like anti-skill like Call of Duty has been lately, and I just hope they turn it around for Modern Warfare 3.
Let me get to this as well. This is my last one.
And then we get one more last one before we get out of here too.
You know what I'm saying? And a video game that you was hyped to go get, had a great rollout and all that. Trailer was fire, but then you got it and it was ass.
Elden
What
Ring.
what game was that, man?
Elden Ring.
Oh my God,
Hate
bro!
that
What?
Yeah, that was terrible.
Shit. Fuck.
Cyberpunk is terrible too.
Cyber fucking
Terrible.
punk. That's mine, bro.
Yeah.
Nigga, I was
Especially
ready
the way
to.
Dr. Disrespect amped it up. Yeah.
Yo, bruh. What? I was like, I'm gonna be able
Fuck
to make
Elden
characters.
Ring,
I
though.
got all, bruh. And then I play it, and the guy that I'm supposed to follow walks through a building. I turned that shit right off. I was like, all right, I'm good. I don't know what y'all doing. I don't know what's going on.
Do you before we get out of here, I want just to get back on but battle right, that was dope conversation. What's your hit list going forward of like who you want to battle? Do you still have one at this point in your career, or you just open to whatever? And also, do you gonna be back on Trenches 3 too? I gotta see you back in Philly.
Oh, I'll pull up. Yeah. Anytime Easy wants me on his cards, I'll be there, man. That's dude. I mean, and I guess that has to do with the first question that you asked, man. It's more about what you just said and not about like who I want to battle, man. I feel like I am that guy. You know what I'm saying? And like I don't, I want some of like big matchups when it comes. It'll happen. You know what I'm saying? And other than that, like I just want to do things that I want to do. Spinning the block on Trenches, 100%. 100%. I spoke to Remy Ma briefly after the NY Philly. I feel like just maybe like different platforms before it's like I'm looking at battlers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I think I just want to do good business and work with people and see that side of it.
That's what I'm talking about, Mike. Man.
Dope,
Appreciate
man.
you, bro.
Interview.
Dope interview, of course, man.
Man.
What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna give you the ISO. You let the people know what you need to let them know, how to follow you, what you got going on, man. It's your world. Go ahead, bro.
When life hands you lemons. YouTube.com/I am Mike P. We just hit 8,000 subscribers, so shout out to that. MikeP.official Instagram and is this Mike _P on Twitter. Black Compass Media. You guys are awesome. Good interview, man. Appreciate you.
Oh yeah, 100%, Mike. Definitely appreciate you. You doing your thing, man. We looking forward to the next matchup. Stay safe. Stay prayed up with the family and all that, man. All right.
Thank you, guys.
Big time, man. Big time, man.
Yo, listen, man.
Mike P, y'all. Shout out to Mike P. Shout out to Long Island.
I want to say you did your thing. You represented well for New York. I definitely will say. I mean,
51661. Polo, don't ever again. Hey, when that next trench is rolling around, who you need to be with? You need to be with it. 516 gang.
Oh yeah, Long Island put some. I ain't gonna lie,
I only took it home.
Y'all did y'all thing. I ain't
Yeah. Oh, Mike, man, Mike, you who you rooting for these days, man? Because I know a lot of Long Island brothers like the Jets. Typically, that's Jets country, low key.
I am not a football guy. I'm just MMA, man. I just watch people kick each other in the face. And that's it, man. I used to be big in like basketball and football, and baseball, and then I just stopped.
Yeah.
I just started watching MMA, and I haven't turned around.
Izzy broke my heart, man. I gotta be honest,
man.
Dude, Sean
broke my heart, bro.
Sean is an underrated boxer.
Bro, Izzy been cold for bro. It's only so long you gonna be cold in UFC,
I
bro.
know.
He's
bro,
you gotta be at the top of your game and only doing that.
Listen, it don't matter how cold you get. UFC at some point you on the clock to get your ass whooped, bro.
Right.
Unless you John Jones.
What it is.
Volkanovski's staring down there right now.
The body,
Volkanovski's in his mid-30s, so he's kind of hitting that part where it starts to get really rocky.
Somebody might.
Hey, unless you John Bone Jones, unless you John Bone Jones.
A year, dog. Izzy fights like every fucking 2 months.
Yeah, Izzy fight too much, and he be focusing on too much extra shit. Like I never seen him fully focus on his fight. He be doing anime stuff and a whole bunch of stuff. But John Jones is the only one of the only few people that's hard to beat.
I wish I could see him in New York. I wish I could see him when he beats Stipe.
He didn't got Paul McGraw's though.
Yeah,
facts. Appreciate
Mike, man. Salute, bro.
Yes, sir, man. Be good, guys.
No doubt, man. No doubt.
John Jones never wait. John Jones lost. He got DQ, but I don't think he
got DQ, but he was on them substances, man. Like so, like them Cormier.
He was on that Balco.
Yeah, he was on that work. He was on. He was, you know what I mean?
What happened?
He
to
only
that boy?
lost by DQ when he's going against that. I think that respectfully the special need brother in the beginning. I remember that.
Man, he
elbowed
went. He wasn't off the physical steroids, but bro, that's a steroid.
When
You know what you get up off that? Listen,
come on, man. You already trained and you off that Yolita?
bro. You can't tell me if you pop one of them yappas, bro. You tell me you finna tell your girl, babe, I'm finna fuck you all night. That's a steroid. That's a steroid, bro.
After that last Izzy fight, bro, I'm gonna come clean. I was like,
Izzy,
bro,
you need to get on them
I'm
roads,
like, you
man.
may as well, because you know now WWE, UFC is like, you know what I mean, basically one thing. I'm like, you may as well call Vince McMahon. You already know how to promo. We already believe you can whoop niggas' asses. You could pick up the wrestling shit. Just go get your money, man. Go call Vince, bro.
Listen, man. Tomorrow we got coffee pulling up. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? We might have some other people.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Coffee tomorrow, 8 p.m.
Get comfortable.
Get comfortable.
At a time.
And we got some other announcements too, or some other interviews just waiting to
Well,
lock
my
it in.
good shirt.
Yeah, we. You know what I mean, I might. You know what I mean? Nah,
Give a haircut tomorrow.
but salute,
you know?
man. Well, anything you want to say before we get out of here? Oh yeah, New York definitely cleaned up Philly too. By the way, I
New
don't
York
see
won
niggas,
that.
niggas try to
New York
just
won
act
that.
like, oh yeah, it was New
Ain't
York.
want no cleanup.
We're not doing cleanup though.
We
He
not
went
doing
to
no.
Philly in the middle of the jungle
I'm
and came
cooking
out
you. Listen,
alive.
tomorrow on the bar, guys, I'm cooking you. Because
You
I
can't-
knew you was going to try
You
this.
do that.
I knew you was going to try this. New York just swept Philly. No, they didn't.
We washed Philly up.
Did y'all win? Listen, did y'all win?
They won.
I can say y'all won.
They won.
But watch them? Nah.
Bro, we watched them. I ain't gonna lie. We watched them.
Nah,
We went to
bro.
their backyard and watched them.
Man, listen. Shout out to OMP.
Yeah, show off lifted K Walker.
No, he did fucking not.
K Walker put a BBL on his forehead.
We can't do lifted. We can't do lifted.
He put a BBL on his forehead.
Hey, don't trip, y'all. I'm gonna cook this nigga tomorrow, man. This nigga Polo B. Hey, listen, and I'm letting y'all know right now. I heard some. Listen, either or, I'm taking that to Spaces, Tone. That's one.
Oh yeah, have to. Yeah.
Two, salute Quad. I heard some things. We was lied on. I gotta get on the phone with Quad.
Quad, we gotta get you on the phone.
I gotta get on the phone with Quad because now it's starting to roll out even more. And listen, Piper Boy, your shit starting ass. Listen, I seen you, but listen, it is what it is. I seen you get on his ass. Quad transferred the energy, and Quad was making a lot of sense. But Quad was told some things that was funny to my ear. Like, we gonna talk to Quad, though, Tone. We
gonna talk to him first.
Yeah.
But listen, man,
shout to everybody doing it, man. Make sure y'all subscribe real quick. Black Compass BCM on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Hit the subscribe, share the stream. Let us know what y'all think of all the content, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's been real good at commenting and stuff like that. Join the Discord, join the Spaces tomorrow. Guests coming up tomorrow, and we got people coming up Thursday.
Oh yeah, we got guests all. Yo, listen, I said this on Twitter, and I'm saying it here. Black Compass Fall Winter Takeover is starting now. We taking over. We back. Listen, I was busy this summer. Got some business things we working on. You know what I mean? But we back now. I'm letting people know that. We taking over.
Q4 is ours, man. Black Compass Media. We up out of here, y'all. Y'all be good. Peace.